Good morning and welcome to our sports betting top picks and plays. This is for the college basketball edition. My name is Abby. Thank you for joining me. I'm just here today to discuss with you a list of games that we have in college basketball for February the 12th on Wednesday. We're going to start off with the 6 p.m. game this evening, East at Western Carolina. We're using the oddslogic.com. This is what we're using here, oddslogic.com, to get the latest updated information for the updated line moves, point spreads, up to the minute, up to date over-unders, totals, and they have the injury report here. This is oddslogic.com for all professional sports leagues. So, as you can see, it's minus 10 East Carolina. Totals at 140. That's the game we're looking at, the one that's highlighted. Now it's gone all the way to 11, minus 11. Total 141.5. We are seeing 142s pop up, but consensus is 141.5. So we're going to look into this game here and take a look at this one. So let's see. 141.5 now is the number. That's what we're seeing here. Seems like the public, what I'm seeing now, there's East Carolina. They're on East Carolina. That's what we're seeing here, on East Carolina. Yep, public's on East Carolina, minus 11. And the total, no say on the total for the public. No say on that, but just East Carolina in general. The public's on them. So look at this game further. Look at the head-to-head and look at this game further between these two teams. That's East Carolina matchup and Western Carolina. Now they've already played last month. They played a month ago, or I should say they played about 2 weeks ago. 2 to 3 weeks ago they played, and it was in East Tennessee State. This is where the game was, and East Tennessee State was a 14-point favorite. They covered and won 85-58, and went over the total 142. So we're going to look into this one further. East Tennessee State's overall, last 10 games, 7-3, last 10. 6-2 against the spread, 3-7 to the under. So they've won 3 straight games, East Tennessee. They've won 3 straight. They are 3-2 last 5 games. 1-4 to the under, East Tennessee State. So let's see here. And they are favored. So as a favorite, they've covered 3 straight games. Hence why they've won 3 in a row. 3 straight covers, 3 straight wins. 1-2 to the under, like we said. 1-4 overall to the under. Last 5. Western Carolina, 2-8 last 10. 5-5 against the spread. 7-3 to the over. So they've lost 4 straight games, Western Carolina. They're off a 2-game road trip. They're back at home.
Alert.
They are 4-1 to the over. As a double-digit dog, they are 3-1. Or sorry, as a double-digit dog, 3-2, I should say. As a double-digit dog, 3-2. So they're very good as a dog. They're a very good feisty dog, Western Carolina. Very good feisty dog. Let's look at this matchup here. Well, I have 2 plays on this game. I like Western Carolina to cover the I like them at plus 11 Western Carolina. And I'll get into why I like Western Carolina. Number one, East Tennessee has beaten up this team 2 weeks ago. They beat them up 2 weeks ago. And now they're a 11 point underdog, Western Carolina. And in the past, Western Carolina, they have been an underdog at home, and they've covered. They've done well. They've covered in the underdog role, Western Carolina at home. And don't forget the other reason why too. Eastern Tennessee, excuse me. They have Chattanooga on deck. They got to play them this Saturday. Remember, they lost to Chattanooga a month ago, 71-63. So this is a revenge spot for East Tennessee. So East Tennessee, basically at this point, with that being said, they're in a sandwich spot situation where they have 2 road games. They got 2 road games coming up. So that's why I feel and I believe that they're overlooking this team, Western Carolina, because they beat them up already a couple weeks ago. Those are the 2 reasons why I like Western Carolina to cover the plus 11 points. It's right now plus 11. I like them here. Western Carolina plus 11. I like that a lot. Remember, Western Carolina as a double-digit dog too. They're very good. 3-2 as a double-digit underdog. 3-2. 3-2. From what I'm seeing here, 3-2. Yeah, 3-2 as a double-digit dog, which is pretty impressive. Very good home dog, especially against this team, East Tennessee State team. They're very good. Looking at the past history of these 2 teams, they're very good here. They play them tight at home. So I like this spot here for Western Carolina. I think they cover the plus 11. As far as the total, I like the over in this game as well. I like the over here. I think it goes over again, just like the last time it went over. I believe it goes over again in this situation. I believe it's going to go over. I like the over 141.5. I like the over here. That's definitely a play. I like it. So over 141.5. Western Carolina plus 11. I like them to cover here. I think they cover the spread. Next game we're going to look at St. John's at Villanova. That's the next game. Open up -2. So St. John's Villanova is the next one we're going to look at. So again, open up -2. Total 137.5. Right now we're looking at -2, 2.5. We're seeing some 1.5s come down. 2.5s. We only seen 1.5. So mainly we're looking at here in this game. We're mainly looking at 2, 2.5, 1.5, 2, 1.5, 2, 2, 2. I'll say mainly 2.5. It's mainly 2.5s right now. I'll say it's at 2.5. We're gonna say that. Yeah, we'll say 2.5. We're going to take a look at this game here. Total is basically 139. It's at 139. Let's get the consensus. Yeah, it's at 139.5. That's the total. Money pouring in heavy on St. John's. The public loves St. John's. They love St. John's here. I can't blame them. St. John's is one of the hottest teams in the Big East. One of the hottest teams in the country. Forget the Big East. So I don't blame the public here one bit. 139.5 the thing here. That's the total. So we're going to take a look at this matchup here. St. John's and Villanova. It's a 6 o'clock start. Let's see. So they played a month ago. Played last month in St. John's. St. John's is a 6.5 point favorite. Total is 146.5. St. John's won. Yeah, St. John's won 80-68. The total was 146, and it went over the total in this game. So this is basically the rematch now. So St. John's overall last 10 games, they are 10-0. They've won 10 straight games. That's how hot they are. 10 straight wins. 5-0 last 5 games. Out of the 10 wins in a row, they've covered as a favorite. 5 games as a favorite they've covered. 5 games as a favorite they have covered, which is amazing. Against the spread, 7-3. Against the spread, 3-7 to the under. Rick Pitino's done an amazing job with that squad. Amazing job by Rick Pitino. Shout out to Rick Pitino. And they are 0-5 to the under. So St. John's is not doing it. They're doing it on defense. They're doing it on defense. Very impressive. Now, as for Villanova, 5-5 last 10, 4-6 against the spread, 5-5 to the over/under. Villanova's won 2 straight games. They're 2-3 the last 5 games, and are 2-3 to the under themselves. So this is interesting. So Villanova, a rare home dog at home. They're a rare home dog. This is the first time they're a home dog. They've always been favored. They're a home dog in this situation here. After this, St. John's, they have Creighton next. Creighton this Sunday. They lasted these guys New Year's Eve on the 31st, so this is the rematch. This is interesting. This is an interesting game here. Wow. That is interesting. I'm going to take St. John's on the money line. That's the way I have to go. I know you can say this is a sandwich spot because they've beaten up this team already. And normally I would take Villanova in this spot because it's a sandwich spot. But I would take St. John's here. Better yet, another way to go in this game. Another way I would go in this game. Not only that, too. Because St. John's, they're known to get off to slow starts. I noticed that about this team. They're a second half team. So another angle to look at. I'm liking this angle better. I'm going to say I like this angle a bit more. I like this angle a little bit more. And this is going to be one of my main, this is the one I'm going to go with. This is one of my big angles here. I like Villanova in the first half. I'm going to take Villanova in the first half. I like him in the first half here. I'm going to take Villanova in the first half. That's going to be my play. So I actually have 2 plays. St. John's money line to win. But my bigger play, and the play I like more, Villanova in the first half. That's what I'm going with. Villanova in the first half. It's plus 1. Some books have +1. Maybe +1.5. Shop around. Either one, I'm taking Villanova. But shop around. I'm taking Villanova in the first half. +1, +1.5 is Villanova. That's going to be my play for this game. As for the total, I'm going to go with the over 139.5. I'm going to go with that. That's going to be a lean to the over. It's a lean. I like the first half more, like I mentioned. +1 Villanova, +1.5 Villanova. That's going to be my play for this game. The next game we're going to look at here is going to be, let's look here carefully.
Final.
Let's look. It's going to be Iowa versus Rutgers at the rack. Iowa versus Rutgers at the rack. So the line's -6 Rutgers. Total's 162. Right now we're seeing it's coming here to 5.5. So we're looking at 5.5 coming down. And it really hasn't. It's still at 162. We're seeing 161. Mainly still at 162, I'll say, but it's starting to come down a little bit. So we'll look into this one further. Let's see here. So this one here, yeah, 5.5 right now. It's come down. Public all over Iowa in this game. Public all over Iowa. And for the total, nothing on the total. Definitely will look into this game for sure, just to see if I agree with the public or not. So that's Iowa at Rutgers. That's an interesting game. 6:30 start. So this is the first meeting between these two teams this year. Iowa last 10 games 3-7. Last 10, 2-8 against the spread, 5-5 to the over/under. Iowa's lost 3 games in a row. They're on a 2-game road trip, so 3 straight losses. They're 1-4 in the last 5 games, and are 1-4 to the under. Rutgers, 4-6 last 10, 6-4 against the spread, 5-5 over/under. Rutgers, they've alternated wins and losses. They are 2-3 last 5 games, and are 3-2 to the over. 3-2 to the over in this one. Okay, and Rutgers is 6.5-point favorites. It's come down to 5.5. This is interesting. Rutgers is a favorite. This is interesting. They've never covered it. This is the first time they're in the position of being a favorite. They have not covered as a favorite at home. Iowa, they haven't covered in 3 straight games. Oh boy. Let's look at this one further. Let me take a look at this. Let me look at something here. Rutgers, Iowa. Let's see this one. Yeah, the only way I can look in this game, the best look for me in this game, I can't touch this side. The side's tricky. Yeah, this side's a little bit tricky for me. The only way to look for me in this game, I have to... The last 4 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Yeah, they have gone over. So the only way to look in this game has got to be the over. It has to be. It's got to be the over in this game. Is the only way to look over the. Let's get this one here. It's 162. Let's see. 162. Yeah, that's the only way to look. I gotta take the over here. That's the only way to go. It's open up at 162. Yeah, I gotta take the over. Over 162. We're seeing, like I said, 162.5. We saw 161. Actually, it's coming down now to 161. 162, 162.5. Then we're seeing 161. I'll have to take the over in this one. I'm going to take the over. I'm not sure if I'm going to get there with Iowa, because Iowa's been really bad. I don't know if I'm going to get there with the public on that. I know the public's all over Iowa, but I'm going to take the over in this game. Over 162. I'll have to take that route. So that's it for that game. Next game, St. Bonneventure Rhode Island, St. Bonneventure, and Rhode Island. So St. Bonneventure, Rhode Island, S1 is -1, Rhode Island, total 144. It's come all the way to 2.5 right now. So it's 2.5 right now, and we're at 143.5. So it's 142.5. It's 143. We'll say 143. We'll say 143. Yeah, we'll say 143. Let's see. Look at this one. Let's see. So Rhode Island's favored at home. 142. So Rhode Island's favored. Okay, we'll look into this game some more. This is Rhode Island, Bonneventure, 7 o'clock start. Let's see here. Okay, so this is the first meeting between these two teams. 3-7 Bonneventure last 10 games, 2-8 against the spread, 5-5 over under. Bonneventure's last 2 straight games, they are 2-3 last 5, and are 2-3 to the under. Bonneventure's. It's 142 is the total. Bonneventure's an underdog. Okay, so Rhode Island's 4-6 last 10, 4-6 against the spread, 5-5 over under. Rhode Island's also lost 2 straight games, so 2 teams on losing streaks. They're 1-4 last 5 games. Both teams 2-3 last 5, 1-4 last 2-3 last 5 Bonneventure, 1-4 last 5 Rhode Island. Rhode Island 3-2 to the over. Bonneventure is 2-3 to the under. Rhode Island favored. They did cover against UMASS. That was a few weeks ago. They covered that at they did cover. They are 2.5. Round 3-2. This is in Rhode Island. This is in Rhode Island. And he's covered there. Let's see. This is interesting. Let's see. This is 142. Let me look at this one further. Let's take a look at this one. We'll take a deep dive into this one. Take a little bit of a deep dive in this one here. 7 o'clock start. Let's look at this one carefully here. 7 o'clock start. Let's look here. Let's see. Let me look at this one again. I'm going to look at in this game, I'm going to take... I'm going to take St. Bonneventure in this game. St. Bonneventure plus 2.5. In the past, when they've played in Rhode Island, the games have been close. Rhode Island's been favored. But Bonneventure, they played very well in Rhode Island. They played them pretty well. They played very well in there. Both teams are slumping. Both teams are struggling right now. But I feel the Bonneventure can keep this game close. I feel they can keep it close in this game. I like the Bonnies here to keep it close. I know they haven't been covering as a dog on the road as of late. They haven't covered their last 2 games as an underdog on the road. But I'm gonna take St. Bonaventure's here. I think they covered the number here. I think they stay within the 2.5 points. I like him here. I don't trust Rhode Island here. I know they've covered their last few games. I know they covered UMASS at home. They didn't cover Davidson at home. They did cover. This is on the road though. Richmond and other teams on the road. I'm gonna take UMass. Plus another thing too is, like I said, I don't like taking teams coming off. I don't like backing teams coming off a road trip. I like to fade teams coming off a road trip. That's my thing. That's another reason why I like the Bonneventure here. It's a situational spot for Bonneventure where you're fading a team coming off a road trip, which is Rhode Island. First game back at home off a road trip. I gotta go with the Bonneventure here. That's the 2 reasons. Because of that, and Bonneventure, they always play Rhode Island tight. In Rhode Island, they always play them tight. So I like him here plus 2.5. Those are the 2 reasons why. As for the side, I have no play. As for the total, no play on the total. No play on the total at all. I just like Rhode Island here. And the I like Rhode Island here and the points. I like Rhode Island here and the points. I'm sorry, I like St. Bonneventure. Excuse me, St. Bonneventure plus 2.5. Sorry about that. St. Bonneventure plus 2.5. All right, so we're gonna look at the next game that we're looking at here. Tulsa at Temple. This is a good one here. Tulsa at Temple. Tulsa, Temple. That's the other one here. Tulsa, Temple. This one opened up. Let's go back to this one. Opened up 7.5. Temple. Total 146. It opened up. Right now we're looking at 147.5. 140 is mainly 147.5, 147. That's the consensus. The spread hasn't moved, which is interesting. It's still the same. Very interesting that how the spread has not moved. Very interesting. So we're gonna look into this. You look into this now. Look at the public. See where the public's going with this game. Yeah, still at 7.5. The total is 147. Trending towards the over. Let's look at this one in greater detail here. That's Tulsa Temple, 7 o'clock. 7 p.m. game, Tulsa Temple. Okay, this is one of the big ones, Tulsa Temple. So this is the first meeting of the season between these 2 teams. Tulsa, 3-7 last 10 games. 6-4 against the spread. 4-6 to the under. Tulsa has lost 4 straight games. They've covered 2 out of the 4 games as an underdog. And they are 2-3 to the under. As for Temple, 5-5 last 10, 6-4 against the spread, 10-0 to the over. They've gone over in 10 straight games. This is the hottest over team in one of the hottest over teams in college basketball. USC is up there too. They're a hot over team as well. But Temple's on a different level as well. Temple's lost 2 straight games. They're 2-3 overall. Yeah, 2-3 overall last 5 games. 5-0 to the over. Well, there's only one way to look. Actually, one moment. Let me see something here. Let me look at this. Let's look at this curve. Let me look at this carefully here. Yeah, there's only one way to look at this game, and one way only. I gotta take the over 146.5. Temple's on a Temple overs have been cash money. They're a cash cow. Over 146.5 is the way I'm going in this game. I cashed with them the last time, and I did cash with them the last time that I bet them. I did cash with these guys. So 147.5, 147. Shop around, get the best number for this over. Temple, Tulsa over 147.5, 147. Shop around, try and get the best number, but definitely bet the over. That's the way to play it. There's no other way to play this game. All right, I'm not touching the side. The side I will leave that alone. If I had to choose a side, I would lean to Tulsa. Tulsa's a lean. That's it. But I like the over more in this game. Over 147.5, 147. Next game here, Davidson at UMASS. This is, Davidson versus UMASS. This one here, -2, opened up, 147.5. We're looking now at, we're seeing here now it's come down to 1.5. And we're seeing 148.5. 148.5 are coming up now. We're seeing 1.5 right now. That's what we're looking at right now in this game. So it's come down to 1.5. The total's up to 148.5, like we mentioned. Davidson, UMass in UMass. 7 o'clock game. Take a quick look at this one. We'll check the history in this game. Gotta scroll through the 7 o'clocks. UMass. Okay, there we go. First meeting of the season, Davidson's last 10 games, 4-6 last 10 against other opposition. They are 2-3 last 5 games, and are 1-4 to the under. That's Davidson. UMass, meanwhile, 6-4 last 10, 7-3 against the spread, 4-6 to the under. 3-2 last 5 games, UMass, and 1-4 to the under. So both teams are playing to the under in this game. UMass, they're up and down. This is the first. They've covered twice at home. Okay, this is impressive here. Nice couple wins there. Let's see Davidson. Yeah, the only way I can look in this game, I have to look at the under 147.5. Both teams are trending to the under. I gotta take the under in this game. That's the way I gotta go. Under 147.5. UMass Davidson. I don't have a play on the side. That's what I would go with. 147.5 to the under. This is trending to the over, but I disagree with this move. I believe this is going to go under. Under 147.5. Or if it's 148.5, I'm still betting the under. So I disagree with that. I disagree with the move. I don't agree with it at all. Next game here is TCU. Yeah, TCU Oak State. Oak State TCU. This one opened up 5.5, total 139.5. Right now we're looking at 140. It's gone to 40, 139. Yeah, it was basically 139.5 across the board. That's what we're seeing here. Basically 139.5 across the board. That's it. 5.5, still the same. So it hasn't really done much. No real movement in this game. It's been pretty stale. Yeah, it's been pretty still. Fives across. Yeah, it hasn't really moved. 5.5, 5 basically you're looking at total. Yeah, it's been pretty stale. There's nothing here for this. Very stale. Very little movement. So we'll look at this one here. TCU Oklahoma State. Let's see this one here. Very little movement. TCU Oklahoma State. Yeah. Look at this one here. First meeting of the season between these two teams. Oklahoma State 7-3 last 10 games. I'm sorry. Oklahoma State 4-6 last 10 games. 6-4 against the spread. 6-4 to the over. They're 2-3 last 5 games. Oklahoma State, and are 3-2 to the over. TCU. They are 4-6 last 10 games. 4-6 against the spread. 1-9 to the under. They're 2-3 last 5 games, and are 0-5 to the under. Ooh. Okay. I have 2 plays on this game that I like. Yeah, I have 2 plays on this game. Actually, let me see something. Yeah, there's 2. Let me just look at something here. Let me verify something. I just want to make sure. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take the under. I like the under in this game. Under 139.5. TCU has been magnificent at home in terms of playing defense. Their defense is incredible. They're playing incredible defense. I like what they're doing. Yeah, I like what they're doing on defense. They're playing very well on defense. Very, very well. So I would take the under 139.5. Let me look at the team total. That's another thing I want to look at. Team total in this game. Gotta look at the team total. Yeah, I gotta look at the team total here. Let's see. Yeah, and I'm gonna take TCU. I like over 72.5 points TCU. I like him here. I like over 72.5 points TCU. That's another team total that I like. I'm gonna go with that. Over 72.5 points TCU. Yeah, over 72.5 points TCU. I like that spot here. So under for the full game. Under the 139.5. I gotta ride that streak. I gotta ride that streak. They have 6 straight unders. I gotta ride that streak. So I'm gonna continue the hot streak under 139.5. TCU team total over 72.5. I like that. That's my play for that game. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next game. We're gonna squeeze in a West Coast game here. Let's see something. Let me see if I see any good West Coast games. A game that I have to like it. Actually, I don't like the West Coast games here. I don't like it. Xavier Providence is going to be the one that we're going to look at. -2, total 148. Right now it's at 2.5. It's gonna be going. We're seeing some threes. We're seeing a 3. The total is 148. It's down to 146.5. I just saw a 3 as well. Yeah, I see 1-3. 2.5 starting to pop up, and we're seeing 146. Big dip here. So we're gonna look into this game here. That's the TCU one. We're gonna look at that. I mean, that's Xavier Providence. We're gonna look into that one. Xavier 2.5. We'll definitely look into this one here. So Xavier Providence. This will be the last game we're gonna be doing for the college basketball. The last game that we're doing. So this is it, Xavier Providence. First meeting of the season, Xavier overall 5-5 last 10 games, 4-6 against the spread, 6-4 to the over. Xavier's 5-0 to the over, 5 straight overs, incredible. 2-3 last 5 games. And they're favored at Providence. Providence, 4-6 last 10, 6-4 against the spread, 9-1 to the over. They're 4-1 to the over. Providence has lost 3 straight games, but they've covered 2 out of the 3 games they've covered on the road. They've been playing good on the road. This is interesting. Interesting matchup. Xavier Providence. This is interesting. 2.5 gone to 3. Let's look at this one here. Xavier Providence. Let's look at that one. Xavier Providence. Oh. Well, there's 2 ways I'm going to bet this game. I'm definitely betting the over. Both teams are trending to the over. So I have to bet the over in this game. It's over 146.5. Yeah, I'm betting the over in this game. I definitely have to bet the over. Over 146.5, and I like Providence. Providence plus the 2.5. Yeah, I gotta take Providence here. Gotta go to Providence. They're a good underdog. They're a very good underdog. They're very good. I gotta take Providence here. They're a very good underdog. Let me see the first half. I might even take the first half with them too. Let me see. They're very good. Yeah, I like Providence in the first half. Give me Providence in the first half. Sign me up for Providence in the first half. Plus 1.5 Providence in the first half. I like that a lot. Plus 1.5 Providence in the first half. And I'm going to take the over. Over 147.5 to shop around. And I like that play. I'm taking the over in this game. It's down to 146.5. I think I think it's going to go over. This game's at 8 o'clock. I think it goes over. I like it. It's coming down. I seen 145. It's coming down, but I'm going to disagree with the move. I disagree with it. I'm seeing 145.5. I disagree. I'm going to take the over. I like the over. Over 146.5. I'm taking the over. Both teams are trending to the over. I'm sticking to the over. I disagree with the move to the under. I disagree with that completely. So I like that's my play for that game. I like that a lot. I think those are the main games we're looking at that I like. Yeah, that's it. That's all we're doing for today. That's it for the college basketball edition. Those are the main games we're looking at. Thank you for joining me. My name's Abby. Again, whether you fit or follow these picks, it's up to you. I look at the games and see what I like and choose what I like for my own benefit. So whatever you do with those picks, I hope you cash your tickets. Either way, I hope you cash and hit your tickets, cash those tickets. Good luck to you. Stay true to yourself. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Believe in yourself. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Very important you do that, so that way we can continue to provide these picks for the point spread, picks for the over-unders, picks for first half plays, team totals. We're trying to do team totals now. So if you want some of this, if you want to get this continuous content for these sort of plays, just hit the like button and subscribe. And we'll be providing this for you every day during the college basketball season, right into March Madness. We're going to provide all these plays for you. All right, until then, take care, good luck. Hope you cash your tickets. Peace.